Hey guys, so today I thought I'd make a quick video just discussing how many storylines Season 5 is likely going to cover, as there seems to be a bit of confusion on this area, and I won't go into spoilers or anything, but I will give a very generic overview of what we can expect and what I think the pacing is going to be like. But before we get into it, don't forget to sub to the channel if you haven't already, as to celebrate hitting 60,000, I'll be doing a video in like 2 to 4 weeks breaking down exactly how I make videos, so stick around for that. Anyway, Season 4 of My Hero Academia tackled 3 major storylines, which were the Overhaul arc, the Cultural Festival, and the majority of the Pro Hero arc. We also got a couple of light-hearted episodes on the Remedial course as well. Now, the season started with an anime original filler, and the remaining 24 episodes proceeded to cover chapters 125 to 190, although interestingly, the finale of Season 4 does not actually finish chapter 190, so there's still actually some things to resolve there. What this means is that Season 4 covered nearly 65 whole chapters of the manga, adapted across the 24 episodes that weren't the anime original episode. Now, if Season 5 was to adapt the same amount, this would take us all the way up to chapter 255, meaning that a lot of story arcs are about to be covered. But I know what you're thinking, what exactly are they about? Well, Season 5 will likely begin with, again, another kind of filler episode, as it seems to be tradition at this point, but the episode after that will adapt the rest of chapter 190, and will finish off the Pro Hero arc in a very interesting way. It will then continue onto the aftermath of Deku's dream, which we actually already saw during the post-credits of Season 4. After this, we'll go into the joint training arc, which will reintroduce us to some old faces that we haven't seen for a long time, and also show us the potential of characters who have so far just been background extras. This arc will show us how much the students have improved since the sports festival, and it will also include some never before seen quirks and super moves. In addition to that, it will expand our understanding of One for All and the vestiges. The joint training arc ends around chapter 217 of the manga, so using my bad math, it should cover about 8.5 chapters on paper. But because the arc is heavily centered around fighting, it will likely wrap up even sooner than that, as when the fights are animated, they typically move at quite a fast pace. At the very least they did in Season 4, so my guesstimate would be 6 to 7 episodes on the joint training arc. But moving on from that, the Meta Liberation Army arc will follow this, and this storyline is usually referred to as My Villain Academia. This is the first arc of this series framed entirely from the villain's perspective, and it gives us a lot of good material. I'm talking backstories, character growth, quirk awakenings, and like whole new organizations that will be super important going forward. This is without a doubt one of my favorite arcs in the entire series, and I actually did a recap of the entire thing on YouTube, so if you're impatient like me and want to know what happens, then do go check that out. In the manga, it spans from chapters 218 to 240, so yeah, it's got a lot of content to it. I also anticipate that during the anime, they'll probably add certain battles that weren't fully fleshed out or even concluded in the manga. Like there were certain things that weren't rounded out properly, so I reckon the anime will do them a bit more justice, probably. Using my rough estimation, My Villain Academia should roughly be around 9 episodes, and if that is the case, then it would give us around 8 episodes for the remainder of Season 5, but this all depends on how they want to pace everything, of course. And following this, we'll have the Endeavour Agency Arc. Now, this will show us why Endeavour is like the best mentor ever, and it also gives us a bit of insight into how he intends to atone for what he did to Shoto and Rei and, the rest of the family, and it gives us a little bit of insight into the history of the Todoroki family, and also, Endeavour, certain things from his past start to catch up with him, so yeah, it's really interesting, and this arc is about 11 chapters, so roughly the same length as the Pro Hero arc. Much like Season 2, I reckon there will be a filler episode that will show us what students are up to during their various internships, so that could take up an additional episode if they decide to do it. Because of that, I expect this whole situation to be wrapped up in 4 episodes, which would leave 4 episodes remaining for the season. This means that Season 5 will conclude, most likely, with the Paranormal Liberation War arc, which is still ongoing in the manga right now, and I won't give away any spoilers, but from everything we've seen so far, and everything that's still to come as of making this video, I reckon there is a solid chance that this could be the best storyline in My Hero Academia. Like, I've been on the edge of my seat reading this from week to week, so honestly cannot wait. In terms of content, the arc will begin with a blast from the past for Professor Aizawa, and a big development for the villains. I can think of a few good moments where they could end the season, but if they do decide to go up to chapter 255, following the same pace as Season 4, then there is only one moment that they can pick, and I think most of you manga readers, you know what I'm talking about. This entire storyline so far has just had massive reveals, pure tension, and ultimately will have serious consequences for the future of the series. But with that said, the vast majority of it will happen in Season 6, but Season 5 will have some of it, at least if my calculations aren't way off. And yeah, that's what we can expect in Season 5. So I guess the next question is, when can we expect it? Despite what you may have heard, so far there has been no official release date. So the real question is, will we get anything in 2020 or will we have to wait till 2021? The shortest gap we've had between seasons was Seasons 2 to 3, in which there was only a 7-month period before the season started again. However, I reckon that is very unlikely to happen this time around, especially with a certain problem that is affecting the world right now. It's yet to be seen how that will affect the schedules of certain shows. Only time will tell, but for now I'm being conservative and I'm going to say that we'll likely get Season 5 beginning in March or April of 2021. That's just a guess and I hope I'm wrong, but greatness takes time, people, and right now there's just a lot going on in the world, so I'm thinking we might have to wait, quite a long time. But hey, if they want to start again in November 2020, I'm all for it. I'm ready to go. Anyway, guys, that was my quick overview of what we can expect in Season 5, and I hope you are all completely hyped like I am. The joint training arc will be amazing. My Villain Academia, that's like history in the making. The Endeavour arc will serve a purpose and be pretty good, and the start of the War arc will just blow your mind, especially if you read Vigilantes. Like, I would recommend, before Season 5 starts, read My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Let me know which storyline you guys are most excited to see in the comment section below, and if you're a manga reader, please avoid putting in spoilers. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.